Hey, Ivan, I want you to talk about the butterfly effect of networking. What does that mean?
The butterfly effect of networking is part of chaos theory, which is a part of mathematics. And it basically says that the flapping of the wings of a butterfly alters something in the environment, something really minute, which alters something else, which alters something else, which alters something else, which actually changes the weather. And it's kind of a crazy idea, but...
have you seen this happen?
I have totally seen this happen. It has happened to me. I've seen it happen to others. And I first wrote about the butterfly effect of networking when I was on Necker Island.
Oh, Richard Branson's island.
Yeah, that's right. And so I'm on Necker Island. It's Richard Branson's island, and I'm there. And I had to write a blog one day. And the only place they had internet service back then was in the great room. So I'm in the great room, and I'm trying to write this blog, and I was blank because everybody's out having fun. They're at the ocean. They're in the pool. They're having a blast. I just committed to do this blog twice a week, and I had to do it. So I'm sitting there, and I'm completely dry. And up walks Richard Branson. And he stops, and he says, "So, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I made a commitment to do this blog twice a week, so I've got to write this blog." He said, "Oh, I get that. You got to meet those commitments. Hey, look, when you're done, come on down. We're down at the ocean. We're having a blast. Come on down and join us. If I don't see you, make sure to sit next to me at dinner tonight, and we can talk." And he walked off. And I sat there, and I thought, damn, how did I get here? What brought me to this place in my life where a billionaire walks by and says, "Hey, what are you doing? You know, join me at dinner. Let's go out at the pool." And so what I decided to do was to reverse engineer how I got there. And it ended up being like almost 8 steps that got me there that started 3 years earlier. So 3 years earlier, it started with a woman asking me for a favor. And the favor was to develop some coaching material and networking. And it was on mission for me. Even though the timing was bad, it was really on mission. So I said yes. And so when I said yes, I helped develop this material, and then they hired me to come in as a speaker. So I spoke. And there I had an opportunity to meet my co-author for the book we're working on, Jack Canfield, because Jack was also speaking at that conference. Got to meet Jack, we connected, and he invited me to the Transformational Leadership Council, which I've been a member of for almost 10 years now. And in the Transformational Leadership Council, they then had a number of members like Mark Vicente, who wrote the movie What the Bleep Do We Know Anyway, and Nancy Salzman, who's an ethics specialist and trainer. And so I met them, and Nancy Salzman is friends with Claire Bronfman, and Claire's sister is Sarah Bronfman, and I'm reversing this all the way back. What happened was Mark and Nancy were talking about a seminar that they were doing on Necker Island, and they had an open spot for one couple. One couple. And Mark said, "Hey, what about the Misners? They might be interested in this." And so Nancy calls us, or actually Mark calls us, Nancy said that'd be perfect, and invited us. Of course, it was really funny because I was like, gee, my calendar's pretty booked. Let me look. Oh, wait a minute. Go figure, I'm free. And I show up, and that's how I connected with Branson. Here's the thing. What happens is we have opportunities that come to us, and we don't take them. And one of the things I recommend is, as long as you stay on mission, if you're on mission, accept every opportunity you possibly can. If it's not on your mission, if it's on their mission, not yours, don't do it. And then there's this ripple that takes place, that one contact leads to another contact, and as long as you're working your network, you know, it's not called net sit or net eat, it's called network. And so you got to work your network, you got to build those relationships and develop those connections. And I tried to do that at every single one of those steps all the way through. But then it leads to amazing, amazing things. I've had a chance to go back a second time. I've seen the rollout of the White Knight 2 for Virgin Galactic. As a matter of fact, in a week I'm headed to see something pretty spectacular with the Virgin spaceship. And it's all happened because a business coach asked me for a favor. You never know what one contact can lead to.
Wow, that's such a great story. And I think there are probably a lot of other stories of people who've been through situations just like that, and they don't quite realize that it's the butterfly effect of networking going on. But they can talk about that in a story.
They can in a story. And here's what you do, is think about some of the coolest things that have happened to you in life. The things that you're...
And which steps you got through to get there.
Reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
So, you know, here's this situation and you go, wow, what got me here? Then think back to the people, because it's all about the people. What person brought you to there, and then who brought that person, and then who brought that person, and reverse engineer it. And by the way, when you do that, thank that first person.
That's right.
First thing I did was pick up the phone, and I called her and I said, "Hey, thanks for introducing me to Richard Branson."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Excuse me? I don't know Richard Branson." And I told her the whole story. But anybody can do that with anything spectacular that's happened in their life.
And I think those would make for some fascinating stories, some great reading. Thank you.